And we are live, pal, with the Team Magma action, week 2 of the Top Notch Draft League with ErrorcodeJoe of the ErrorcodeJoe's team. Oh, crap. I need to get and the archery of Miami Fins. I gotta get the team names back. With Hunter there. Who Hunter brought everything I was expecting, except for no, he didn't bring everything he was expecting. As he had the scissor and the an interesting team here actually. Oh wait, I just I messed that up. My notes are all over the place here. We have an Ampharos Mega. That is I'm interested to see what that looks like there. We have a Flareon, like, so I watched a Pimp Night video where Flareon was going hog, and like it was this like set that like used like the scope lens and like focus energy and such. So stuff like that is always really interesting. I can. So I'm thinking we have a Trick Room team on archery side here on the. Oh yeah, yeah. You should see the way my notepads are set up. So of why things are confusing, because on the screen it's one on the left, one on the right, and I have it opposite on my notes here. But that's okay, because we have an interesting matchup here, as it's kind of a Hunter's kind of has the advantage right now with the fairy type and the fire type there, and Salazzle very underrated, just in that it's very like it has like a defensive ability that would be great if it wasn't a glass cannon, a slender little, what is it? A slender little salamander. Mega Gardevoir. One issue with Mega Gardevoir is insanely fragile. Is what I'm learning, as Mega Gardevoir is my Mega. So we got the Hyper Voice, a good move there into that Garchomp, but Corviknight is just built like a steel bird, I guess. There's no other way to describe it, but quite the risky move, I will say. That took a lot of guts for a Hunter. No, God damn it. For Joe. Oh, your commentary is great, Andrew. Yeah, look, I'm just kind of like walking over my words here. Joe, that was a great move there, and a very risky move, because you have like a flamethrower potentially just going right into Corviknight's face. And the focus sash there with a life orb, so we're knowing how much damage that's getting done. Iron Head. So no flamethrower. Yeah, that's cooked right there. The focus sash came very much in handy. With that Salazzle can be very powerful. It's very squishy, especially with that 4 times weakness to ground. And it can be Intimidate. And this is Oblivious. Not lowering that attack. But I guess it's also, it can't be confused or infatuated. You know, if anyone's looking to like hit on the salamander there, I'm not going to say any more. Dragon Claw into getting rid of that Salazzle, finally taking it down. And now, what does this Overquill do? I hope it doesn't do Minimize, because that's kind of what it's known for, and yeah, I think if you watched some of my videos, you'll know my viewpoint on minimize is not very high. But like, listen, like sometimes like that's if you gotta win, you gotta win. Even though like, yeah, it's very unethical. I would say it is very like, it's just not fun to play against, and it just makes for game. It sucks the fun out of the games here. And Overquill does have such good traits. The Swift Sim user has Intimidate. It has one weakness. Yeah, protecting that Gardevoir. Fire Fang for Scizor. What a call there by Joe. Oh. If I speak. So, anyway, there is counterplay to minimize. Like, when I had my battle, I had some counterplay, and which I didn't even realize at the time. Like, I knew I had Aura Sphere as counterplay, but I also had Heavy Slam as counterplay. I didn't need it, thankfully, and I think in the game too, I probably would have realized that I didn't need it. You know, I could use Heavy Slam, but again, it's very annoying, very inconvenient, and I guess like one positive of and nice. Excuse me. Yeah, my protein was super thick. My protein powder was super thick. I might give it to someone else. Poison Jab. Yeah. There is counterplay, and that's in Body Slam. In like Heat Crash. What else? Heat Crash, Heavy Slam, Dragon Rush. I think that that has its accuracy fixed from 75 to just 100 and doubles its power. Mega Meganium might end up taking out this. Is Basculegion. And it gets the hit off, and it gets the kill. And again, you wonder, like, if it didn't have that miss, then it might be able to do more to this Meganium. The Meganium with the solar power coming out. Or no, solar beam, not solar power. Yeah! So Joe with the victory there in game 1. So what do you... I think one of the other issues is when I look at minimize, I'm like, what do I do to face off? Like, if I'm planning game 2 after I lost, like, what do I do into that? And unless, because I'm looking at Hunter's team here, and like maybe Aerodactyl. Like, what is Aerodactyl? Like, oh, Aerodactyl's not on the team today. I'm wondering, like, what mons get that counterplay. So here are the moves. Body Slam, Stomp, Heavy Slam, Heat Crash, Dragon Rush, Flying Press, and Steamroller. I think Steamroller is out of the game now. That was a bug move from Gen 5. Stomp, which I guess Serena can use. Body Slam's probably the most common thing. But again, like, if you're a special attacker, like I think most mons get Body Slam. And now, like, we have the same as last time. Like, what I'm going to do, I would go right for the kill. If I'm, like, maybe Joe can, like, predict that now that he knows that Flamethrower will just roast. We'll have Roasting Bird here. Or cooking, like, well, take him to the Lick-a-Chick down in Bredor there, which is a real restaurant, by the way, in Cape Breton. It's kind of what Cape Breton is known for. I'm 5 minutes from the Lick-a-Chick. Fake out in. Well, you could also get no tailwind. Hyper voice, and it lives on 7. And then we also have a slow Garchomp. Because, like, I've run Gardevoir very bulky, or as bulky as I can, considering it's a Mega Gardevoir. Oh, and the Life Orb damage. I think that would count. I know it's in front of Salazzle, but I guess you could say Gardevoir was the last do the damage there. And now we have Overquill coming in. So, there's no Tailwind. Well, the Tailwind's not up, so... Joe might be in a tougher position here than last game. Like both Gardevoir and Salazzle are on their last legs, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, Aqua Jet. See, like again, Overquill gets so many good tools. Ooh. And it can be very bulky. And now we got the Iron Head. And now it's going to be tough for Hunter to come back from this. It's doable. But yeah, that's just one of the negatives with Gardevoir. It has the speed tier's fine, but you have things that are just like base 100 speed it's not what it used to be. It's not as good as it once was, but it was as good once as it ever was. So what's the play here? Unless like because I've only seen just the wave crash from. What was that? I was looking down at my notes for a second. Throat chop. Not bad. I can't rewind here. And Mega Ivy. So now we're down to 2-2, and we have that devastating. That Mega Scizor is going to be tough to take. Actually, no, it has the a Bullet Punch will do some decent damage, and I'm assuming that Joe would have EV'd for potential of Bullet Punch because I can see the Weather Ball coming in that direction. But it's also Aqua Jet like. What can Mega Meganium do here? But yeah, I do feel like I don't want to. Bullet Punch into the Overquill and the knockout with that Sword Stance up. That is super handy. Last respects. So yeah, the last respects, and I'm guessing that's Choice Scarf, last respects, and that's going to take it to game. That's going to take it to game 3. That Sword Stance was pretty clutch, and that last respects is just a nasty move there. It certainly makes for one of the best mons on the team, if we're being, like, the best mons in the game altogether. So who is up next here? I wonder if Farigarath could be the play here to get rid of that bullet punch pressure. So we have bullet punch, we have fake out. Like I don't make you can run choice scarf Aqua Jet. You can also run Trick Room in case with Musharna, in case there are any issues. Sadly, I don't think Ampharos can be brought. Ampharos can only be really brought in under Trick Room, and then it can go hog onto both the Garchomp and the Corviknight. I'm normally like there's a Dazzling Gleam run with. Like Mega Meganium actually has a pretty good move pool, all things considered, but I can only really use 3 moves and protect. Or at least that from what I've had success with. And we are back at just like the first game, and now we got some Flareon action. And a Flash Fire. Sadly, I don't think Gardevoir can take complete care of that right now. Take full advantage of that. But one of the things with the Flareon is, unless there's a Psychic coming the way, I think Flareon has good special defense. I'm going to double check this. Because I'm pretty sure Flareon, because they all have evolution stats. Flareon, 110 special defense, so it should survive well enough into that Gardevoir. If like a Psychic comes up. Quick Claw. Interesting. So that was probably revealed. Like, Quick Claw always reveals itself in the silliest places. And we have a Protectapalooza here. And we know for certain that Mega Gardevoir outspeeds the Mega Garchomp. So I wonder if, you have Salazzle go into the Garchomp and then get the Hyper Voice off. So then you're not dealing with that. I don't want to say Flareon isn't a threat. Like, it's got 130 attack, and again, we all know both Mons on the other side of the field are very squishy. Overqwil coming in. And again, with Overqwil coming in, will Overqwil be the one to take that damage? A double swap. And this is going to be tougher because I don't think Overqwil and Meganium aren't faster. You're also not getting Mega Meganium taking these moves here. A nice Flamethrower. So now 27% health. Like, I guess an Aqua Jet could become in the way of the Salazzle, but if I'm the Salazzle, like, I guess if Salazzle has Protect, you Protect here to save from the Aqua. So the Aqua Jet's going to take it down very low. And Gardevoir does have good special defense. HP is still an issue. We have the Protect here. The Flamethrower. No Aqua Jet. and the Hyper Voice. I think that's going to be the end of the Overquill. Ooh, yep. The double switch may have been tough, because you have that, like the Flareon I think could take the hit. Like, even though it's speed, like it has the Quick Claw, but I think the Flareon can take the hit. And that's Salazzle's speed. Like I was talking about, like Gardevoir, like 100 not being what it used to. Salazzle, coming in a very slow generation, being 117 speed, is such a great speed tier. And that's one of the reasons why, like, some of these speedy mons that, like, you might not have a Tailwind on a team, but like you have that speedy mon that can able to dish out some damage. Flamethrower into the Garchomp. Hope 10% chance of the burn. We'll see what happens. Hyper Voice goes in, and Flareon. I think Flareon's going to have to do some heavy lifting, funnily enough. Flare Blitz into the Gardevoir, and I think that's the end of Gardevoir. Yeah, immediately. Crit. Maybe it mattered. But the thing, like, I'm wondering about Flareon in future drafts, because, like, I feel there's something that might be there. Well, something's not there right now because you have, well, no, you have, it's going to be a choice. Ooh, this is a, yeah, I guess Last Respects is going to be coming out. So you don't lock into any issues here. So Joe, hoping that the moves are going to come into the Quick Attack. A flip turn in and out for the Flareon, and now we have Hunter coming out here with the Choice Scarf flip turn. And good old Scizor, and this is going to be tough. I don't think you can get back from this. You have the Bullet Punch and you have the Sludge Bomb. 4 times super effective. Excuse me. God, that protein was so thick. I didn't like it. Bullet Punch comes out, and that's the end of Mega Meganium, and that's the end of the game there. And Hunter of the Miami Fins getting the victory here. Currently is in first place, and now adding to that list there of victories. And we'll see you next time.